Welcome back from that short break. As I'll not get tired of always reminding you, download the Fiktube app from your Google Play Store, or you can find us at www.fiktube.com every Saturday at 9 p.m. Thank you. So we've been talking about financial literacy, how we can save our money, how we should budget for our money, investments and banking, borrowing, everything about financial literacy. And then I want to talk about this. There are people out there with a different mindset. Society generally here in Uganda, we have a different perspective of gender division of labor. Work is divided based on gender. Work is divided based on this is a woman, you should be doing this. This is a man, you should be doing this. I am a girl, I can't do that. I am a girl, I can't do this. And yet that is what you can do best to achieve what you want. Did you all see this Chambogo girl who got her tuition and educated herself throughout university using through brick making? She used to make bricks, which is considered work for men. There is no work for men and work for women. As long as you can do something, do it. Something that is generating money to you, just do it, as long as it is not illegal. We all know the illegal things in Uganda. As long as it's not illegal, just do it. There is no work for men. Omukazi osobola vuga boda, omukazi osobola vuga taxi. Temunyama mirimu kambabulire gye tulaga wazibu nnyo gye tulaga wota. If you're there and you do, yoyagala nyoma mirimu yagala kola ki, other people are going to face a lot of problems in future. You want someone to finance your hair, someone to finance your what, everything. Omuntu akwe bagenda komekereza you're sexually harassed because of that. Welcome back from that short break. It's me, Sharon Ilalo, your host for the Perception. Let's continue with the Perception show, but would like to inform those people with parties. If you have birthdays, you have weddings, you need makeup, you can contact Sharifa's Beauty Glam in town, opposite CPS at Tower Mall, room C303. She's really so good at makeup. If you want to look so nice like me today, contact her on 0709 771 772. That's 0709 771 772. And also for those that are interested in learning, you want to learn about computer studies, we have secretarial studies, graphics designing, photography, video editing, camera work, graphics animation, among others. You can contact Pimpa Academy at Princess Complex, Kasuri, room number B1, or you can contact them at on 0703 91 99 71 or 0782 83 88 92. Let's continue with the Perception show. As I told you earlier on, we're talking about financial literacy, and we've talked about savings, we've talked about budgeting, we've talked about a number of things. We're going to talk about investments. When you have your money, you've saved your money and you have your capital, what factors are those that you're supposed to look at before you invest in something? Most of us have passion in certain types of businesses, like you be there and you're like, me, I want a boutique, me, I want this, I want to do this. But then there are certain things that you're supposed to look at before you set up that business, because you may start up something and then it ends up making losses, for it ends up failing depending on the place you're in. There are a number of things you're supposed to look at. Let me give Halima the chance to elaborate more on that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Sharon, for this opportunity given to me to elaborate more about investment. Yeah, remember, investments come from savings, so you have to value that money. Before you invest it, look at where you're going to invest it. Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone here. I'd like to thank Roland, Peter, Sharon and Georgina for being here for this show. The knowledge you're picking from here, if you put it exactly where you're supposed to put it, trust me, you will not stay the same. So investment doesn't matter how much money you're going to invest. We even talked about investing in a goat, just one goat. After 6 months you'll have 3. After a certain time, you'll have 10. So that's how sweet investment is. So from that little money you have, from the little money she talked about the tuition money, I mean the pocket money, from the work, everywhere, even if you're picking something small, if you invest it rightly in the right place, then it will bring more results. But before you invest, you have to think about certain things. For example, sacrifice. In most cases, the reason why we don't invest because we don't want to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice some goodies so that you can prepare for the future. Another thing, you have to take risks. People fear to invest because they have the ideology that what if I invest in something and it doesn't bring back the money I invested in. That doesn't matter. The reason why people who use insurance are rich is because they take that risk of putting money where they don't even have the hope to get it back. But in the long run, you realize that this is something very important. So you have to take a risk and invest. You put that money in that garden. Gwegenda ozimbe shimba sheshe nkoko oteke kama nkoko zaba 15 oba catastrophe ze oba nkube yingidde nezifa. That's God's will, but for you, you've done your part as an investor. If things go well, you'll be thankful that nakola 5 naye kati nfunyemu sente esano kola ekyumba kya nkoko mmeka 3. So don't fear to take the risks to invest. Another thing, when we talk about investment, we have to look at the business of the 21st century. Actually, this is a whole book, but I'll just take up that small part, the title, Business of the 21st Century. When you sit down and you make research, you find that most businesses are closing. Businesses are closing every day because of different challenges. Rent, economic changes. COVID came. We've had COVID 2 rounds. When COVID came, shops were all closed. Okay? So before you invest, look at the type of business you're investing in. Can it move on even if challenges come? If you die today, can your siblings, can your children take on that very business? You know why people who are rich, who are rich to the society, are poor in actual sense? For example, I'm sorry to use this example, but when you take the MPs and most of the ministers, you look at how much money they get. They live a good life because they have to buy the show class. But the day they die, that's when their children and families start suffering because they are not going to inherit the ministerial post. Yeah, so if you're investing, look at where you're investing your money. If you're opening up that boutique, who are you in position to train your loved ones how to do the same business? If no, then don't invest there. Invest in chicken because they will know how to take care of them. Buy the goats. Okay, do something which your loved ones can own, so that your investment don't stop on you, but they can go even further and further. That's what will render you richness. Then another thing, I want to talk about COVID again. When you invest in something which is essential to people, we have a saying that every time you solve a problem, you make money. Okay, you're investing in a boutique, but are clothes very essential? Yes. You're investing in something, maybe selling, okay, the businesses people usually opt for. Are they so essential? That's the reason why restaurants go each and every day, because we eat every single day, okay? Yes, clothes we wear, but I don't buy clothes every day. I can even go 2 months without buying a new skirt or a new top. So invest in something which is essential in people's lives, okay? Yeah. Another thing I would want to talk about financial freedom. When you're investing, focus on financial freedom. So many people are rich, but they are unhappy. So many people have good jobs, but they don't sleep. Someone has a job where they earn 5 million Ugandan shillings, but they never get time to settle and talk to their families, to collaborate with their children. Their wives are lacking. They are ending up, cohabiting with the maids, with the shamba boys. Omusajja talina budde bubeera waka. Every time he's home, hello, one waliwo ministers, one waliwo call, bagala proposal. You don't get time for your family, for the things that build you inside and out. So as you're investing, think about the financial freedom, the capability to be able to eat your money when you want it and how you want it. Not the capability to have the money in the pocket, to have the money in the bank, but when you cannot even enjoy it with your what? With your family. So as you invest, look at what you're investing in. Can it give you financial freedom? Can you continue to earn that money even if you're not there? If the answer is yes, then invest there. If the answer is no, then don't bother. You people, shops are closing every day because of rent. Not because they don't sell, but because the owner of the shop maybe got pregnant and she went for labor and things didn't go well, so she's hospitalized for 3 months. The restaurant will close, the boutique will close. But if they invested in something, maybe in cows, they will just say, let's get someone take care of those cows, and the money will continue to flow. And then just lastly, I'm not talking bad of employment, but we should divert our minds from employment. Employment is a curse. I'm employed, I have a job. I've been employed since 2020, but employment shouldn't make you comfortable. Employment is being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, you get, whereby you just have to be there to get that money. The moment you're not there, you don't get any single coin. So when are you going to invest? And some are even unlucky, they get very little money. 300,000 is your monthly salary, and people get comfortable there. But after removing the expenses, you stay with 20,000 for your savings. Nothing. Or even nothing. So for how long are you going to be like that? Yes, you're helping this person to build their dream, but you have to also think about your dream. Let employment be a step to your own what? To your own financial freedom. Use that money. It doesn't matter whether you strain yourself for 1 year, but after 1 year I'm going to be employed, but while running my own business. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to emphasize about investment. And then lastly, savings are useless if you do not invest. You don't sit on money. You don't keep that 100,000 in your what? In your bag, saying that I have money. That 1M on your account, showing people I have 5 million on my account. Remove that money, put it somewhere so that it can what? It can generate more money. So I see I have gentlemen here. I have beautiful ladies here. I'd love to take this opportunity to share with you outside there the business opportunity. Me personally, I'm employed. I'm a teacher of English and literature, but I don't go to class to teach. I write the books which people use to teach literature at higher level. I work, I have a job, I'm an employee, though I'm not so comfortable there because, you're there, you can't go to the beach on Monday because you have to be at work. But if, I have my money, I can go anywhere at any time I want. So I'm not comfortable there, but I'm happy because it's helping me build my dream. But putting all that aside, I have something very special for you. I was once introduced to it like you, and I didn't take it for granted, okay? I took the opportunity, and that's what I want to show you. It's about network marketing. I don't want to use that word because many people have been, but this time around I want to show you something very unique, something very important, something which will solve your problems and the problems of your loved ones, and most importantly, something which is going to bring very simply, very professionally. Okay, to reach me you can Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I use Halima Miro Nansubuga. You can try to find out my handles. And then for my number, for those who want it for anything, it's 70751 60. Yeah, she said business. Don't call me for other things, only business. Yeah, 0751 63 4491. MTN 784 53 83 75. Yeah. Okay, the number for Airtel, which is both of them on WhatsApp, but the MTN line is on a business line. Then Airtel, it's personal talking, even business somethings. 0751 63 44 91. Then MTN 0784 53 83 75. Yeah, and for now, I'll show you the business, and I'll first hand over to my super lady, Sharon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. She has talked about a number of things that I have also learned today. She has talked about using, if you're an employee, you're working for something, let that be a stepping stone for you to reach your goal. You are helping someone achieve their goals, but remember, you also have your goals as a person. So let that be used as a stepping stone. Get money out of them. You're working, get money, save it, invest, and then you can also do your whatever you want. We have different goals. What goal you want, using that. Then also, actually I have a lot of things to say, but I wanted her to first finish up with her demo, then I can carry on with that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. The demo is going to be a quick one, a 5-minute demo. It's simply to show you about Angel Moon sanitary napkins, which are an intimate product for all of us. It can be used by us ladies, by men and children.
Wait a minute. The pads can be used by men too?
Yeah, they can be used by men specifically to avoid prostate enlargement and to avoid prostate enlargement. And for those who have prostate cancer, it can help to rejuvenate your cells so that you get back to normal. Yeah, so I'll go through the demo quickly. Yeah, they come in a box, which I didn't carry, sorry about that. But inside there are 3 packs. We have the day pack, which is used by women with a normal blood flow. Then we have the night pack, which is used by women with a very heavy blood flow. Then we have a pant liner. This is how the pant liner looks. It's a bit small. It's used by men, women and children. For us women, it's specifically to deal with all our gynecological issues: fibroids, infections, cancer, secondary infertility, myomas, cysts, itching, cramps. I won't mention because women, you know what they go through during that time. Then for men, you just put little water to activate the oxygen, and then you wear in your hipster. You make sure it sits between the line between the penis and the tests. I'm sorry to use this language, but I have to be very open since it's something healthy. It will help you if you have challenges with erection and the challenges are caused by prostate enlargement. It will help you heal, and it will not actually heal, it will just help you make your cells go back to normal, because there is oxygen which rejuvenates cells, modifies cells, and makes you a perfect man again. For children, you just put in their napkins, in their liner, and you make sure the strip sits on that sensitive, so that I do, and then you ask questions at once. Yeah. An expiry date of 3 years. What expires is the oxygen strip. It has a barcode, meaning you can't duplicate it. It's a product from China, very authentic. You know, Chinese are the best manufacturers, and at the same time they are the worst. But for this product, it comes from China and it has a barcode. Moon is the product I'm going to show. Yes, so I'll simply show you. I'm going to compare Angel Moon with the market pad. When I say the market pad, I'm not pointing at a certain pad, but I'm talking about any other pad on the market which is not Angel Moon. Yeah, so this is the market pad. I'll put here, this is the market pad. And then I'll also open Angel Moon. Angel Moon, I think you can all see, it's very thin, Some women can say, oh, no, it's very small. Yes, we need something thin and but very, very what? Very, very comfortable. I think you can check out the first. This is very thin and soft, and this is what? This is very rough. But we see color blue here, and then we see color green here. So I'm going to use water. I'm going to use water to represent blood. Since I cannot use blood, I will use water to represent blood. So we are going to illustrate two women who are menstruating. And one is using angel moon and another one is using pad X. I'll measure 50 mils of water. The reason why I'm measuring 50 is because according to World Health Organization, a normal woman flows between 35 to 50 on her second day. And if you can go beyond that, then that means there is a challenge with your what? With your system. So I'll put 50 on pad X, and I also measure 50. Exactly 50 mils, and then I put on what? I put on angel moon. Sorry. I also measure 50 and put on what? And put on angel moon. So we are just imagining these are two ladies menstruating. Yeah, the cups, I can maybe put them here. Yeah. So after that, we are going to check out the absorption. Remember, as women, when you start menstruating, you don't stop your normal work. You go to work, you sit. Those who are going for lectures, you enter the lecture, you sit. Those who are going to anything you do, you exert pressure on the pad. So we are going to see what happens every time a woman sits on what? On this pad. Remember, this is angel moon, this is pad X. I want one lady to come and squeeze both pads with all your energy. Just do like this and squeeze. Yeah, so if that's enough, it's okay. Yeah, so just as you can see, this is what happens to angel moon and this is what happens to pad X. Actually, pad X doesn't absorb blood, while angel moon is very, very dry. Very, very dry. Meaning when a woman sits on pad X, there is that backflow of wasted blood into the system. Remember, this is blood rejected by the body. Every time you sit, it gets back into the system. That's why you treat infections every after the other month. That's why you find that they have become part of you, because the wasted blood full of bad bacteria gets back into your system every time you exert pressure on the pad. While angel moon, very, very what? Very, very dry, meaning it absorbs instantly. Whereas I can transfer the tissue and put it here. You can see the same what? The same thing. Pad X doesn't absorb no matter how many times you change the pad. So from there, we are going to go layer per layer and see what really happens between pad X and angel moon. Yeah, you allow me open. For those who are near, I think you can see even some color is remaining on the what? On the cotton wool. So pad X doesn't have anything unique. This is color. These are chemicals. And when you pass it on your body, it's actually very rough and wet. Meaning every time a woman is walking, there is that friction between the body and the pad. That's why they get bruises, they get so uncomfortable while menstruating because of the first layer, which is what? Which is polythene. It cuts you. Some of them even get what? Get wounds. And remember, these are chemicals. When you sit on them, the chemical doesn't only stay here, but it can also go into your what? Into your system. But when you check out angel moon, the first layer, I think you can check out angel moon first layer. Actually, it's very breathable, and when you pass it on the body, it's actually very, very dry and soft and tender. Meaning a woman is very comfortable as she's menstruating. She doesn't feel the blood. She's dry. Okay, that's the beauty of angel moon, 100% cotton. When you look at these two pads, angel moon has a unique feature, and it's what makes it unique from all other pads on the market. This is an oxygen strip responsible for hormonal balancing. If you have, hormonal imbalances. This day you're menstruating, the other month you're not. Women who use family planning and you don't get your menstruation back, infections, fibroids, cancer, those with cramps, you know how cramps can be. This is the what? This is the thing which should help you heal all those what? All those disturbances. Yeah, this one I'll keep it here. It's what in the liner menus, it's what in the night pack. So it's the same thing. When we check here, I want my glasses. When you check here, I think here. So when you check what is in pad X, I'll get a small thing and put in Angel Moon, and then also get a small one from Angel Moon, and then I put in also water. So when I stir what is in pad X, I think you can see what happens. It totally disintegrates. So this is not cotton. What pure cotton does, when you put it in water, it actually becomes even more firm. But this is wasted paper. They collect paper full of, magazines, kasasilo. They boil bleach with concentrated chlorine. And concentrated chlorine, when it mixes with our blood, it forms the dioxin you hear of, the cancer-causing agent. That's why no wonder today cancer is becoming viral. Everyone has cancer. 25 cancer, 30 years cancer. Everyone has cancer because we are exposed to dioxin. When it enters the system, it can settle anywhere. If it's the breast, that's breast cancer. The head, those are tumors. Cervix, that's cervical cancer. Because of the dioxin, in the pad, they put in papers to make it white. You can see even the turning yellowish, meaning it's not pure cotton. But when I stir Angel Moon, musobola olaba ne wentambula n'ensulawo tewali kikola ki tewali kikyuka. Now this is the pure what? The pure cotton. Yeah, so most of you are wondering what absorbed Angel Moon because there was no backflow. Angel Moon has gel from wood pulp, what you call wood sap, masanda gum tea. The trees are the best absorbers. That's why you find that it absorbed instantly. Meaning a woman cannot flow, okay? You cannot stain because blood will be absorbed immediately. Wood sap is the best absorbent of liquids in the world. And that's what they use in Angel Moon. So I'll put everything there. Then from there, I'll take you directly to the last layer of pad X. Those ones, you leave them there. So when you check out pad X, I think you can see. Sorry? I think you can see. This is what? This is polythene. This is plastic. Just imagine when I put this on your nose. Within 5 seconds, you will suffocate. When you put fresh meat here or fresh fish, it will what? It will go bad. So imagine a woman putting on this cavera during that time of the month. The body is very sensitive. So you put your private area on the cavera. No wonder they smell. Omwana akuyitako nga mulungi naye nga noga perfume oba kivundo because of the last layer of the pad. Okay? And these are all chemicals. Blood comes with a hot temperature. When it boils the cavera, they start getting back into the what? Into the system. That's why ladies today cannot even push because the cells down there are all spoiled cells. When you try to push, that's why you see cancer. Cancer is becoming something very, very what? Very common. Infections. Doctors are treating infections. But you see what you're putting on your body. You want to buy that cheap pad of 3,000, but what is there? What is it going to cost you after 5 years of using it? Okay? Yeah, so when you check out Angel Moon, that layer, it's actually very breathable. It's chewing gum material, very breathable, and it decomposes when you throw it away. Okay? That's how it is, Angel Moon. Very what? Very breathable. When you come back to these two ladies, this one is using pad X, this one is using Angel Moon. So for the lady who's using the market pad, this is what will happen to you. You will swim in blood from the time you are at the pad until the time you change. And even when you change, it will not dissolve because paper doesn't dissolve water. Okay? This is paper. And remember, you're seated in wasted blood. Every time you sit, it goes back to the system. So tell me, how are you going to fight the infections? You cannot. Every time you go to the doctor, you spend 8,000, you spend 120 treating infections. In the long run, you have In no time you have fibroids. You go for an operation which will cost millions, and still they will not remove the root cause of the what? Of the fibroid. But some doctors also don't know why you're having those infections, okay? Women are having ectopic pregnancies because of infections. We are seeing many of them getting miscarriages because of infections. They are dry, okay? A woman can't even enjoy sex because every time you have infections, you're dry. You're just feeling pain. So even your marriage will what? Will die. You can't have children. That's a very sensitive part whereby a woman must be very careful with each and everything they put there. But you find a girl buying a wig 600, but they can't even buy a pad of 25,000 because they don't know the use. While Angel Moon, you can see the thing has already what? These are over 100 mils of what? Water, but there is no shrinking, okay? So that's the beauty of Angel Moon. For the pant liner, women who wear it when we are not menstruating, you put water on the oxygen strip to activate the oxygen. You don't put water on the pad because blood comes with water. But for the oxygen strip, you must put water. After menstruation, you start your liner because you never know you are going to pick your bacteria. So you wear the liner to help you prevent that bacteria from multiplying. For men, just a liner and your prostate is okay, the junior is standing very well. You never know what those phones are doing to you, and you can't avoid them. So just get something that can help you be with your phone, but in a happy what? In a happy way. Yeah, so for all my sisters, my cousins, everyone who's there who would like to do this business, just as I've done the demo. You do the demo to someone, they appreciate the pad, they buy. They ask you how you do it. You can also tell them you're helping to solve unemployment, you're giving people health products, you're saving lives. It's something you do with all your mind, with all your heart, and in harmony. And yet it's a very great business opportunity. A pad is worn by each and everyone, even men. Meaning out of the 7 billion people in the world, at least you won't fail to sell to 30 each month. So you can see such a commodity, such a business, okay? Yeah, so as you're there, that's what I had for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Because I'm really so puzzled. I'm one of those people that didn't know. I'm impressed. I've learned a lot, and I feel so bad for myself. And yes, also for others. I know most of the viewers out there, they also didn't know. Oh my God, I think we need to go for checkups and see if we do not have fibroids. I'm so impressed. This is so nice.
If you don't have the money to buy it, you won't do the business. You get the money.
Do the business and get the money out of it.
Poverty is a curse. You need to be poor. Those big beauties
you're born, I have a friend who always...
They are not meant for some people. You do. You can have it. But what have you done?
I have a friend who always tells me, if you're born in a poor family, it is not your fault. But if our poor family comes out of you, it is definitely your fault. It's your fault. Yes, it's your fault. So are there when they exist. So Halima, I just have one question for you. You talked about children also using this pad, babies using these pads. Why would a baby use those pads? Like, for what purpose?
First of all, you find that most pampers have silicone, and that silicone is sometimes sensitive to the skin of the babies. If it's a girl, she might get an infection. If it's a boy, it can even go to the extent of affecting their manhood. The reason why they use the babies use the liners is because you put it in their pamper. For a girl, you make sure the liner sits on that open part, the genital, or where there is the rash. For the man, just like the man wears the pad, the liner, that's how the baby boy will wear. You put in the pamper and you make sure it's between the prostate and the penis, okay? Yeah, they wear it because it has an oxygen strip. The oxygen strip has 4 things. It has a nanosilver, far infrared, and biomagnetism, which is responsible for balancing the hormones. As we can see here, the importance of an oxygen strip. Actually, you can read about them here, okay? You can read about them here. These are all the importances. And you can see it eradicates hormonal imbalances. So when the hormones are balanced, meaning the cells are in harmony, and every time the cells are okay in the body, you find that each and everything else is okay. Every time they are affected, you find that each and everything is what? Is affected. Yeah, another thing apart from the pads, there are other products which are very, very good in this in this organization, which you can use for things you cannot even treat when you go abroad. So this is a very great opportunity.
Then the other question is, you talked about women using the liners even when not menstruating. So because doctors usually tell us to keep that place open, aerated. Okay, keeping that place aerated. At night you don't put on knickers, you know, and then don't do so much of putting on pants, put on skirts. And also they say pads, frequent putting on of pads causes heat that side and you could get infections. So are we supposed to use them on a daily basis whether menstruating or not?
The first thing is that there are other products which are very, very good in this in this organization, which you can use for things you cannot even treat when you go abroad. So this is a very great opportunity.
Then the other question is, you talked about